We are 7 issues into Legacy of Vader, and this comic series has me pretty hooked, to be honest. It's set between episodes 8 and 9, and we follow Kylo Ren, who wants to learn more about his grandfather, Darth Vader. It's written by Charles Soule, who has done other comics like the Star Wars 2020 run, the Vader 2017 run, Poe Dameron, and has also done the opening and closing books of the High Republic. Now, I think Soule's writing here is just really on point. I think he really captures the voices of these characters really well. Kylo Ren and General Hux just feel really well defined here, with Kylo just ordering Hux around and Hux being the slimy, groveling weasel that he really is. I think their dynamic is really fun to read, and I look forward to this comic series sort of bridging the gap between 8 and 9, especially for Hux, because I think we can all agree that Hux just felt like a different character by the time we got to episode 9, a movie full of baffling decisions, and what they did with Hux was just another drop in the bucket. But I've really enjoyed him so far in this series, and so I'm excited to see exactly how he's going to get from how we left him in 8 to where we see him in 9. What is the thing that's going to push him over the edge? But I really enjoy seeing Hux, as I do with Kylo Ren himself here, who I think is probably the fan favorite of the sequels, right? I don't want to go into too heavy spoilers with this series, but Kylo going to Vader's castle on Mustafar and linking up with VIII, which is the servant we see briefly in Rogue One, and he also appears in the Vader's Castle comic series. Seeing their dynamic and journey together has been really interesting, with VIII sort of acting like a guide for Kylo Ren and sort of adding context to things as they go along. But I do believe he also has his own motivations going on as well, as he just doesn't, he seems to be up to something as they go along. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what the payoff is with VIII. Seeing these minor characters get greatly expanded upon in other projects is something that Star Wars has always done, and I just think they're doing a really good job of it here so far. I want to add also at this point that Luke Ross's art is really great here. I love it. I think he really captures Adam Driver as Kylo in these pages. I think one of my favorite parts is from issue number 2, where VIII suggests that the upbringing of Ben Solo was, you know, a painful one, and that's why he's gone down the path that he has. And we get this juxtaposition of that with this beautiful spread of this happy childhood and his upbringing, all these like fun moments and memories with his family. And I was just like, yeah, Kylo's just a bit of a he can't justify this, you know. He's gone down this path and he has no one to blame but himself, and obviously Snoke's influence. I will spoil this only because the internet went fucking insane over this part. They put out a preview panel for issue number 2, and it showed, seemingly showed Vader killing Watto. Now the internet melted down over this. I remember this stupid ass article from Forbes, and it was called like Star Wars Vader killed Watto or something like that. And he was like, oh, this is canon breaking apparently. Danny, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Canon breaking? Really? Anyway, it was revealed when the actual comic released that this was an imagined scenario by Kylo, who assumed that Vader would have come back and killed anyone that had a hand in his slavery, but obviously that wasn't the case. Marvel really trolled everyone by putting out that particular panel without any context, and the internet fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Now, as much as I've enjoyed this run so far, I do think that there are some bumps in the road. Issue number 3 introduces some things, some characters, and some situations, and it gets resolved really quickly and strangely and in a pretty unsatisfying way. I honestly thought I missed a page or something as I was reading it, because it just felt like stuff changed so quickly without a real resolution to it. Some fates were kind of left really open and we've yet to revisit them. Some character motivations were really confusing. I have no idea if this stuff is going to come back around, but it seems like this giant loose end at this point, so I would be surprised if it doesn't come back around. I remember having a conversation when this issue came out and people were just like, yeah, I don't know if this is actually going to get resolved. It felt really weird. Not sure, but issue 3 is a bit of a strange one because I'm not sure how it fits into everything else just yet. I don't want to sit here and just recount what happens in each issue, but I'm just really enjoying it. I like the story, I like the characters. I'm really just enjoying Star Wars comics at the moment. We get to go and see Naboo in this era. We get another Order 66 survivor. They have a really cool use of the Force, in my opinion, and let's face it, with the amount of Jedi that there were and the amount of Jedi that there are now, it makes sense that we're going to see them pop up in these stories, so I'm not that annoyed at it as other people are. I know some people get really annoyed whenever a Jedi survivor comes up, but I'm fine with it, really. There's also a lot of nice fun connections to other Star Wars properties like the Jedi games and some other books. This series, it's just really scratched an inch for me. I'm really loving it. It's doing everything right, expanding on characters like Kylo, Hux and Benet, giving us a bit more about the workings and the goings on of the galaxy and the First Order at this time. And finally, starting with issue number 8 next month, we're going to get some expanded material on the most wasted group of characters in the Star Wars movies, the Knights of Ren. They revealed a new character at Star Wars Celebration back in April called Tava Ren, who is going to be clashing with Kylo over the Knights. Completely wasted in the movies, but hopefully they'll get to do something, anything on the page. I'll take what I can get. Better late than never. But yeah, overall, Star Wars Legacy of Vader, I highly recommend it. Is it going to fix the problems of the sequel trilogy? No. Is it an entertaining ride though? Yes, and yes, I think so. The writing is good, the characters are good, the art is wonderful. I recommend checking it out. It's been a really solid read so far. That'll do it for me. I'm also working on some videos for some other comics that are out at the moment, like the Jedi Knight series. I'm going to finally start reading the new mainline Star Wars series that started back in May, and Dr. Aphra Chaos Agent. I'm really looking forward to getting to those. Make sure you follow me here and over on TikTok at Capcos Star Wars TikTok. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.